Coming from the Caveman Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!
Ray, what's going on, my man? Long time no see. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm doing good.
Yeah, we didn't do a great job getting all the K4 fighters on the podcast. It's very difficult to actually get you guys on. Anybody that wants to come on in the next couple of days, let us know. We can do around this time. It's fight week, though. A very exciting card coming together. First of all, let's give a huge shout out to Dylan Ferrant, who got a pin tonight in his high school wrestling.
Nice.
I saw
I
you
like
comment
wrestling.
on that.
Wrestlers are tough.
Yeah, wrestlers are tough, man. That's where it's at. We got a K4 card coming up. This time it is in Rochester. So the fights are in Rochester. The fights are going to start an hour earlier as well. So there's an action-packed card. There's lots of fights on the card, and it starts at 5 p.m. So it starts a little bit earlier this time, right? So we got to actually leave a little bit earlier too.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about going down and eating at Nick Walker's place. I'm not sure. Are you still going to be able to do that? Because that means we're going to have to leave even earlier because the fight started at 5 now. So
Right.
we already got to leave at probably like 3:30, probably a little bit earlier than that even.
Yeah.
'cause we want to be there an hour before, so we got to leave by 3.
Yeah, we
maybe a
gotta
little bit
definitely leave.
before 3.
Definitely gotta leave early.
Yeah.
We figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Okay. If anyone wants to go with us to Nick Walker's place, we'll make it happen. If no one wants to, maybe we'll have to make this trip the next time we come out because they're gonna have another event in Rochester in just a little bit. So we'll come back up and we'll do it then. You all set there, Ray?
Yeah, I'm charging up my phone.
Oh man, Ray is a podcast wizard and he's having a hard time already.
I was at work
how
all day
you-
today.
Yeah, before we get into the breaking down the card, how's your arm doing?
Oh, it's a lot better.
Good.
I had a pinched nerve. The elbow, it was like a nerve to the neck. I forgot the name of it.
Ulnar nerve.
It goes down from the neck to the shoulder to the elbow and to the small fingers. So it was numb. My fingers was numb, and it felt like I hit my funny bone. You know that pain you get when you hit your elbow. So yeah, it was hurting like that, man. It was hurting for a while, and then I couldn't sleep. I had to rest my arms in different positions because it was fucking killing me. But I feel good now.
All right. So if we have any lady fans, put your hands over your ears right now and ignore the next part of this. Sounds like you got some vaginitis coming out of you, Ray. It's time to get a little bit tougher, dog. You get on earmuff now.
That's fucked up.
You ready to get into this card? All
Yes,
right.
I am.
So, first fight of the actually we'll go from the main event now.
Okay.
The main event of the evening is going to be as aforementioned Nick Walker out of Empire Academy fighting Victor Elizondo from Performance Combat MMA. What do you think about this one, Ray?
It's gonna be a good fight. Alejandro's tough, but Nick Walker, he's the king of the body shots, man. He keep coming. He don't stop. He's from Empire. He got the cardio, so he gonna keep coming. I think he's gonna be too much to handle.
Pretty sure
them
this
body
one's
shots.
5 rounds as well, too. So like, there's 5 rounds, not 3. And
Right.
I'm excited to see this one. I want to see how Victor does against Nick's ranginess and his ability to go to the body. And like every fight, Nick finds a way to win. It doesn't matter who he's fighting; his style changes with that guy. So I'm excited to see how this fight is going to play out. Who do you think is going to come out winning this one, Ray?
I got Nick Walker.
Nick Walker.
Yep.
So we're gonna lay out our bets tonight. I also have Nick Walker, but I think this one is really close, and I'm excited to see it. I offered Nick Walker a bonus if he can finish Victor because I don't think anyone can finish Victor. He is the toughest guy I've seen in K4. I think.
I give you that. Hey man, I give you that. He's tough, But if anybody could stop him, I think it's Nick Walker with the body shots.
Yeah.
Nick Walker could bring it. So I think that's I predict. I think Nick could stop the fight with a body shot, knees to the body.
So just so everyone knows, like when we do these, we're doing these to like help sell the fights, and I've tried to throw Random to the bus, and we're picking winners and losers. I know we work for K4, and it might be a little bit of conflict of interest, but like we don't know either, man. And we're excited for these fights, and we're gonna talk like we would talk if no one was watching. And like sometimes the fighters don't like when we say that, and they like yell at us in the cage and stuff, and like that's part of it, you know. Like we're trying to be a little bit of personality for K4. You know, obviously there's never a mismatch in K4, so any one of these fights can go either way. So there's gonna be fights where we agree on, and usually Ray just says my opinion in here, but sometimes he comes up with his own ones, and I like to see to do these because it's just fun for us, and we're saying this with all due respect to all the fighters we pick against. Just because we pick against you doesn't mean
win, lose.
Like,
win, lose. We love all the fighters.
Yeah, except for
you
the
got balls
765
to come in
guys.
the cage and fight. You know, you got balls to come in the cage and fight. We respect that. We respect fighters that fight at real gyms, and you know, come to fight. We love fighting. Me and you love watching the fights, and we love all the fighters. Win, lose. We love them all.
Yeah, and I love K4 because I feel like it's safe to do this with K. Like, no offense to some of the other events out there, but there's on almost every other card, there's at least 2 fights where like, oh, I know this guy's gonna win. Like, I've never really seen that in K4. You know, sometimes it plays out like that, but like when you look at the matchups and you look how they're even the guys are, like every fight is evenly matched. I mean, sometimes you get a guy that wins real quick, but I mean, there's never like a real mismatch.
Yeah, Keith is one of the best upcoming promoter. He matched fighters skill wise real good to the T.
I think I've only seen one mismatch the entire time I've been watching K4, and that guy came out of Jackson Wink. So, like, if a guy's coming out of Jackson Wink, you expect him to be good. Like, I would not blame the promotion for that. The next fight, Jason Schmelzer from Synthesis MMA is taking on Brandon Hay. He's listed as indie, but I'm pretty sure he's fighting on Southtowns MMA. What do you think about this one? This is a rematch. These guys fought in another promotion, and Brandon Hay won by submission.
Two great gyms going at it. Western New York MMA, right? Brandon is tough.
Brandon is out of Southtowns right now. He moved to Southtowns.
Oh, damn. I feel stupid.
I already said that right before. You weren't even listening to me. You're already preparing your answer. I know. That's all right. That's all right.
I gotta go with Brandon.
Think he's gonna do it again?
Yeah, I think he'll do it again. I mean, it's gonna be a close, you know, combative fight, but I think Brandon's gonna pull it off with a decision.
I was just a few feet from the cage when these guys fought the first time. I had 2 guys on that card as well, and man, this fight was intense. Schmelzer hurt Hay on the feet with a straight right. Like these guys, there's such a height difference between the 2 of them. Every time they enter and exit striking range, like there's a clash, and this is going to be a super exciting fight. Brandon showed that he has much better wrestling, but I think that Jason made a critical error giving up his back. I don't think he thought that Hay could submit him. Last time I talked to Hay, he predicted a 2nd round submission. Hay got a 2nd round submission, so this man can predict these fights, dude. I'm super impressed by Brandon Hay's prediction ability. I don't see this one going to a decision. This one's really hard to call because I think that Schmelzer can hurt Hay on the feet, and I think Hay can finish Schmelzer again on the ground. Even though I think Schmelzer's the more accomplished grappler of the two of them, I think Hayes just got a little bit. He's got that finishing ability on the ground. But I think Schmelzer's gonna come out with this one. I think these guys are just so evenly matched. If they fight 100 times, it'll be like 49 to 51.
Okay, kid, man. Do you think since Brandon's fighting in a new gym, would that affect his fighting skills?
His skills? I'm not sure.
Well-
He might come in with new skills. I'm sure it's going to affect the way that he competes. I don't know what was going on. So there's got to be a story with him and WNY because like he fought unattached last time, but Mike Dub cornered him. I don't know if he's got like some financial stuff going on or if he moved or what he's got going on. Actually, we should probably have him on and ask him about it. But something happened with that gym move, and usually when a fighter moves into a new gym, it's very difficult for them to like get into the feel of the gym. But like Southtown is a very welcoming place. They bring everybody in. They're like a really good gym. You know, the Duffys are just amazing people, and they do a really good job with everybody. I don't know though, like there's like a lot of guys his weight there. You know, the Barker Herder twins are there. Baker Herder twins. I'm sorry, I always say it wrong every time. I apologize. But you know, he's got guys his own weight to train with there. So I don't see really too much of a step off. I just think that it's Schmelzer's turn. I don't know. I could be completely wrong with this. It could, you know, be the other way. This one's really, really hard to call. This is my pick for probably fight of the night. This one's going to be super exciting. I just see this one like action packed from start to finish. I can't imagine they're going to pick up right at the end of round 2 where they left off the last fight.
Yeah.
Ready to move on?
Let's do it.
All right. Next, we got Cameron Johnson from Empire Academy versus Saku Burr from Zombie BJJ.
I'm sorry, I don't hold on.
You don't know? Cameron Johnson's the one that stopped on the groin shot, and then against Brian Cox a while ago.
Oh yeah. Okay, and he's Empire.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, he's super fast. He's really good at reading opponents, starting to pick them apart.
Right.
Yeah, that was a
I'm
super
gonna
good fight.
yeah. Okay, I know who you're talking about now. I just couldn't remember the name. I'm gonna you know, coming from Empire, you know they got the cardio conditioning. So
I think I gotta double check real quick because I think I might be wrong. Let me go back and look. I think this might be the one where he hit him after the bell. I can't remember which fight this was now. Let me look back on. I can look back on here. Go ahead. Keep talking, Ram. Sorry.
oh, yeah, Empire coming from Empire, one of the best gyms in the Rochester area. So you know they got the cardio.
Yeah. I got it backwards. I'm sorry. Cameron Johnson was a fight where he started the combination, the bell rang, and he hit him after the bell. Like he started the combination and he landed the knee to the body after the bell, and the guy went down and he couldn't answer the bell, so I called it no contest.
He fought against Cox, right?
I don't remember who the fight was against, but I probably I don't remember. But yeah, that was the one where he was in after the combination, and the guy went down and didn't get back up to finish the fight. The doctor Doc Libby got in there real quick. Remember, like they didn't really give him a chance to recover. He started to pick that guy apart. I remember this very distinctly. And then he's fighting Saku Burr. Saku Burr's that guy that bounces in and out. He was on the Rochester card, or not the Rochester card, the Utica card. And he was a guy I was like, man, this is gonna be the next big deal guy. He's tall, he's lanky, he's in and out all the time. He smokes this guy. They were both scheduled to fight someone else. This is a replacement fight. This is why you might be unfamiliar with this contest. Both these men stepped up to fight for the title, so this is also going to be a 5-rounder. I'm super excited to see this one because no one's figured out Saku yet. And Cameron Johnson is so good at figuring people out. And we never seen Bird have a really, really tough fight yet. And I thought that he was in an elimination fight to fight for the title. And like he just jumped up because no one else wanted to step up. So now he's in there and he's getting a title shot.
Nice. Who you got, Caveman? I'm gonna ask you first.
Who I got? I think this one's really tough for me because I haven't seen Saku tested, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Cameron Johnson on this one. He's a more established guy. He's ready to fight for the title. He's fought for the title once already, so he's been in the big fights. He's ready to go. He was ready for a 5-rounder this whole time. Saku's like a little bit late replacement, so he's gonna have to go from a 3-rounder to a 5-rounder. And we haven't seen him tested yet, so who knows what he looks like when he's actually tested. He dominated both his fights, so it's very hard to pick against him. Pick him in this fight. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm looking up who Johnson fought. What do you think, Ray?
I'm gonna have to go to Rochester Empire guy.
Yeah. Picking Cameron, huh? It was Brian Cox. We were right.
Okay.
I wasn't sure. I just wanted to make, since I got it wrong what happened, I wanted to make sure that it was the right guy. It was Brian Cox.
Okay.
Yeah. So in Art of Combat, he beat Santino as well, and then he fought a couple times for other places, and now he's fighting Saku for the title. I'm excited for this one, dude. Super good. All right. Next fight, maybe we'll get to someone Ray knows. Boo, Ray. I know all these guys, man. Like, you gotta do some more research, dog. I'm on this shit all the time. We got Skylar Rasmussen versus Deontay Porter. Skylar's out of Corazon and Deontay is out of Apex. Skylar is that dude with the mustache. Remember he fought Traxler and they had the mustache fight?
Yep.
Yeah, that was an awesome fight.
Yeah, it was.
The battle of the mustache. The mustache.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. Man, it's hard to choose, man. Because then, I don't want them to get mad at me and then beat me up at the event.
They always get mad at us, Ray. Like, we should stop doing these shows because we always get them super mad at us. I don't know why
they get mad at me and want to beat me up. I gotta get my bodyguards.
Who's your bodyguards?
Oh, he's one of my Brooklyn peeps. He carries a gun.
Well, that'll probably help you. You need a gun to stop these guys, man, because they are some of these guys
for sure.
are true savages.
Oh yeah, I don't want them on top of me beating the crap out of me.
That could very possibly happen.
I think I'll go with he fought Trexler, so he's tough.
Yeah, remember Trexler dropped him a few times. Hit him with some serious right hands, and he kept getting up. Man, it was a definitely a very tough fight for him, but he showed how tough he really is. He definitely got a chin. Man, I can't even tell you how tough I thought he was. He got taken down a little bit. I was a little bit surprised how easy he was to take down, honestly. But Trexler's a super good wrestler, so that's not really saying all that much.
Right. I was about to say that, yeah.
I know that. I'm sorry, I'm looking for the write-up I did on these two guys, but I couldn't find it. In Deontay's fight, he also struggled with takedowns, but he is got a serious triangle. And every one of his fights, he's like throwing that triangle up. He looks amazing. I still never find a write-up. I was just gonna read the write-up, but he's got awesome triangles. He darts in and out. He's got serious power in his right hand. He closes the distance a lot, and I know that our dude Rasmussen's got a big, heavy leg kick, so I know that he's kind of like a right up your style guy. So I wanted to give you that information before I make my pick. But I have a really hard time with this one because I think these guys are so evenly matched. I think whoever can get the takedown in this fight is going to be the guy that wins on a judge's decision. I see this one going all 3 rounds. Both guys are incredibly tough. Both guys have submission skill, but both guys are also good at avoiding the takedown. So I'm gonna pick the man with the mustache. I'm gonna say Scar Rasmussen, but only because he's got a cool mustache. This fight is almost too hard to pick.
Yeah.
All right. Our next battle is going to be Mario Vasquez from Synthesis against Thomas Lorardo from Bedrock MMA. Bedrock's a tough school. Who you got in this one, Ray?
Jesus, I don't know. I gotta put some research next time.
I did a lot of research first. So actually, Mario Vasquez trained at WNY, I think, for a little bit when he was a kid.
Okay.
And then he's been training his whole life. He's been all over the world, not all over the world, but all over the country. He's undefeated, 2-0 in kickboxing, 2-0 in MMA. He's one of the top prospects, I think, in this area coming
What's
up.
his strength, caveman? He's a wrestler.
Well, he was really good. He was a Section 5 wrestler. He made the, I believe he won sectionals. I'm not sure how he placed in the States. He has very good jiu-jitsu. He's an undefeated kickboxer, so he obviously has good hands.
Yep.
He's super relaxed when he fights. He's just like, he's real chill, dude. He looks very, very experienced, even though he's only got 4 fights. He's got a gas tank. He could do a whole fight and then go do another one. He's at Synthesis, so he's got like good pros in his camp. He's ripped to the bone. He's awesome, man. I was super excited to actually see him on the card. I'm so pumped to actually call one of his fights. And he's fighting Thomas Lorardo. I didn't know him, but I watched one of his fights, and dude, that dude has super heavy hands. He can kick. He's really, really big for the weight class. His defensive ability is not the best, but he's super strong. So he gets hit, but he hits hard back. He struggled a little bit with wrestlers. He's been taken down a couple times, but every one of his fights is finished in a finish. So has ended in a finish. So he's a very exciting fighter, and someone the K4 fans would love to see, I think.
So who you gonna go for? I think I'm gonna go with Vasquez.
Yeah, I got a little bit of skin in the game, so I got to pick Vasquez. Nothing against Lorardo. He can win too. And even though my guy was going to fight a Bedrock guy, I have no ill will towards Bedrock. No problems there. I'm not picking because of that. Just I like Mario. I've been following him for a little bit, and I really, really like him. Next up, we have R.J. Littlefield, trainer out of Western New York Mixed Martial Arts, taking on Joe Johnson from Synthesis BJJ.
2 classic gems going at it.
Yeah. Synthesis and WNY is going to be a fight we see all the time, and and the K4 and like in the other promo. I want to say other promotions' names almost slipped out of my mouth, but I'm just going to say the other promotions. I don't know if you know about these guys or not. I'll just start. I'll give you the rundown on the guys from now on, and then you can make your pick, so you're a little bit more educated. Now that we're getting to the bottom of the card, Ray don't really do no research. He always reads my notes.
I like Caveman do all the research.
Yeah, he just reads my notes. RJ actually trains with me sometimes at Integrity. He's 0-1. He lost to that Kitab guy that fought K4. That dude is a fucking savage. He's fighting another in another promotion the week after. So if you come down with me, you'll be able to see that one too. I called that fight that RJ lost, and I think he's the first person under the new rules to land a head kick while a guy had a hand on the ground, because now you have to have a weight-bearing instrument like an elbow or a knee on the ground. And dude, when RJ kicked that guy in the face, like the referee almost ran in to stop. I can't remember if it was Zach Boyle or which referee it was. It was a Gamma ref. And then the Gamma ref realized it was legal. But I have to say that RJ Littlefield had the first formerly grounded head kick underneath the new rules. It was the day that the rules passed. He's a really forward fighter. He gets hit a lot, but he keeps coming forward. Lots of pressure. Kid's a savage. He's really been working on his wrestling. I wish I'd seen him more than once a week. I could help this guy a lot. I like him. He's like a crazy dude. You know, he's I think you'd like him a lot. And then Joe Johnson, who fights on Synthesis. It's his debut in K4, and I've never seen him have any fighting experience. But he is very good in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I was about to say, come from that gym, he's got to have good jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he's done a lot of local tournaments. He's got a lot of good explosive techniques. He won the Buffalo Classic. Like every tournament I see him in, he's doing really well. He's scoring lots of points. He's got explosive triangles, got good arm bars, good finishes from everywhere. RJ's a little bit weak in the jiu-jitsu area, but he's take huge strides forward in jiu-jitsu. So on the feet, I give the edge to RJ. On the ground, I give the edge to Joe. And I'm not sure who's got the wrestling advantage, to be honest with you, because like in jiu-jitsu, it's hard to tell how good your takedowns are. So I did watch Joe Johnson's couple of his grappling matches, but it's really hard for me to tell how good his grappling. I was actually there for the Buffalo Classic once. So this is another interesting matchup.
Yeah, nobody go for the takedown like you, Caveman.
Nobody goes for a takedown like me, dude. I run through people. Sometimes I get choked out doing it, but I
remember you had a nice takedown, and I didn't record the damn thing.
Yeah, dude, you suck.
I know. Yeah. I was like, damn.
So we got this one, Ray.
I'm gonna go with RJ.
With what? RJ?
Yep. I'm gonna go with RJ.
I have to RJ is one of my students, so I'm going to have to pick RJ. Like I have no choice. It doesn't matter. I will always pick my student when there's two people to pick from. I'm always going to pick someone that trains with me. So take my picks with a grain of salt when it's one of my guys. But I have to pick RJ.
Don't take it personal either.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe. I'm going to see Joe all in tournaments everywhere. So I know he might be mad at me, but like I always gotta pick my guys, man. And even though he's not my guy because he's at another gym, he's still my guy because he trains with me. Next up, we got Almoni Sweat versus Jonathan Martinez. This is another couple of young guys. This is at 170, but Almoni Sweat looks like he could fight 55. He fought in Art of Combat, so I've only seen one of his fights on tape. He looks like a little bit small for 170 pounder, but dude, he throws some serious heat. Every fight he's in, he's got wild exchanges. He's gonna get the knockout or go down swinging. He's been super exciting, but that makes him kind of vulnerable to be taken down. And then this is the first of the MMA fights too, by the way. So there is still grappling involved. Jonathan Martinez out of Bedrock. He fought Armani. So I've only seen him fight kickboxing. I don't know if you know Armani from Joe Taylor's place, but him and Armani fought, and Armani won. But man, the fight was super close. This guy has very good hand discipline. Obviously, since he's only fought kickboxing that I can watch, I don't know how his grappling is. I have no idea. I do know that Sweat's grappling is not that great. So I expect these two to basically have a kickboxing match in MMA gloves.
Slug it out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go for. I really don't know him, but I'm gonna go for Martinez because he's a Hispanic.
I think I'm gonna have to pick Sweat in this one. I think if these guys are thrown down and they're fighting with the 4-ounce gloves on and they're swinging for the fences, that Sweat is going to end up dropping him. Even though Martinez has really good hand discipline, I think he's going to get out of the way of a lot of the shots. I think he's going to land more shots. It only takes one with these little gloves on.
That's true.
like, man, it's so hard to call because I don't know Martinez's grappling. If he can grapple, then my pick may be completely wrong, and I apologize. So I would not put any bets on these because these guys don't have enough fights to really like go in depth on it. Our next fight is going to be. Oh, this is the last MMA fight. I'm sorry, this is the first MMA fight. It's going to be you know what it is. Jordan Brock from Bearing BJJ is going to take on Chase Dodlin from Fifth Round Fitness. Jordan Brock is his first fight. He's definitely done some jiu-jitsu tournaments. I don't know too much about him. He's coming out of Bearing Jiu-Jitsu. He looks like a wrestler. His frame is huge. I know he's done some wrestling because I've seen that he's got wrestling tournament places, but I don't know what school he wrestled for or how good he was. Chase Dodlin's coming in 1-0. He was dominant in his first performance. He repeatedly slammed his opponent. This will be novice rules. It's like his first fight, but in his first fight, he stopped the fight with ground and pound. So when you stop a fight in ground and pound without being able to hit your guy in the face, I'm a big fan of this guy. I haven't even really seen him fight in person yet. So without a doubt, I'm going to go with Jordan Brock from Bearing BJJ. But I don't know anything about Chase. And, dude, I love John Frenchie at Fifth Round Fitness, so I'm sure his guys can be ready to go as well.
Okay.
It's your turn to talk, Ray. Who you got?
You know what? I'm gonna go for the underdog. I'm gonna go for Chase.
Yeah? I don't even know if he's underdog, dude, because I've never seen him fight. He could be the favorite. Who knows?
Yeah, that's the thing too. The reason why I call him an underdog is his first fight, right? So
Yeah.
so that's the only reason why I'm calling him an underdog, because he don't got the experience.
Yeah, dude. It means so much. Like,
K-Man, like, you will always pick the fighter who got the experience, like, over somebody who having the first fight, right? Like, let's say it could be like they had 2 fights and they fighting, and you know, the guys, it's gonna be a first fight. So you think who you will pick on that? You'll pick the guy who had more fights, right?
yeah, for sure. The difference between one fight and no fights is like gigantic. We got a guy, Aaron Ackley, and he's in my gym now. He had his first fight. And he talks about all the time, dude. He felt like he was like underwater. It was really hard to breathe, and like, dude,
the nerve, man, the nerve of the first fight. You know, people watching you fight. The cameras look pointing at you. The nerve, man. It hits you for your first fight. Definitely would go against you in your first fight.
Yeah, when they come in the corner and they hear us talking, because I'm sure that happens quite a bit. You know, like they hear us talking and shit, like, oh man, all he's got to do is lock. Oh, he's got his hands like, oh, he's down. You know, like they hear that, and you know that plays into it too. They get all excited, you know. We're gonna jump into the kickboxing portion of the card now. So this is so we're going from top to bottom. So this is the highlight of the kickboxing card. That's not a title fight. We have Isaiah Price versus Ben Batista. I don't know if you remember these guys at all, Ray. I believe you've seen both of them.
Yeah. The name sounds familiar.
Ben Batista is 2-0. He hasn't fought in K4 or Art of Combat, so I think we talked about this guy. I'm pretty sure we watched one film on this guy once for some reason. I don't really remember why, but I'm pretty sure we did. He doesn't have very like great punching or kicking, but he puts it all together so well. So like he has good flurry. So like he'll go 1, 2, 3, right uppercut, left body kick, right overhand. You know, like he puts it together really well with that really fluid kickboxing style. And he doesn't have a lot of power in those shots, but he's very skillful. He has great cardio. He can get hit in the head and just walk through it. He kind of smiles and nods and keeps coming forward. He's undefeated. I'm pretty high on this guy. Isaiah Price, you will remember for sure. This is the guy that had that giant cut on his head, giant cut on his shin. He was bleeding all over when we were outside at Riverworks.
Yeah.
He's fast and vicious when the bell rings. He's really got great footwork. I think he was bleeding more than he sweat last time, to be honest with you. Like, he's really, really in good shape. It's hard to beat this man. the Empire guys say nothing but great things about him. So I'm excited for this one. I don't even know what to say about this one.
Wait, he's the Empire guy?
Yeah.
Great cardio. That's what you could say.
Yeah. He fought Ahmad Awad, remember? We always talk about how we never give Ahmad enough credit. He's always
Yeah.
coming in and fighting tough guys. Like he fought Ahmad and like he headbutted Ahmad. They were headbutting and they were like really fighting. This fight might be a lot of headbutts in this fight too. Both these guys come forward, their heads down. We could see some more headbutting, but hopefully not. There's a lot of cards where we could have some headbutting in. A lot of fights on this card. I don't know what I just said. I'm sorry. It's late for me. I'm suffering from concussions. Who you got for this one?
I'm gonna go with Empire guy because of the cardio. It's gonna come down to cardio, and he's gonna have it, and he's gonna win the last round. Whether it's 3 rounds, right? He gonna win the 3rd round to take the fight.
I think that this fight is going to come down to a decision too. I do also think that Isaiah Price is going to come away with it. I'm sorry for everyone that we pick. I know you're going to hear Empire Academy has the best 3rd round over and over again tonight, but they have shown it over and over again. Every one of their fighters has just been dominant in the 3rd round. And the second that stops, I promise you we'll stop saying it. But man, Rodney's got these guys in shape and ready to go every fight. That program is elite with conditioning as well as like fighting.
Hey, Caveman, can you imagine me fighting and getting my condition done with Rodney?
Well, they have rules you have to follow to actually fight. So I'm not sure you'd ever actually fight.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They were like, oh no, not this fight, not this card, Ray, not this card. After the first 20 seconds of the first round.
We still got a lot of people left too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We still got 11 fights to go, Ray.
Jesus.
We'll have to start picking up a little bit. We got Garrett Hughes from Empire Academy. He does nothing but win against Alex Martel. Alex Martel is that giant dude, super tall. He fought the Bell brother. He fought the giant guy in the title fight. That was nothing but muscles from North Carolina. And this is going to be a barn burner. The Empire Academy guys told me to watch this fight. They told me Hughes has been a savage in camp. Alex Martel left Sandra Lau MMA or whatever it was, Sandra Lau Muay Thai, and went to WNY MMA full time now. I don't know if there's some blood or just bad blood or the way that they train. Just what the areas that they're training, because maybe he moved to the city or something. But I'm interested to see how he does at WNY with Felipe full time. I'm interested to see a lot of things about this fight. How Gary Hughes deals with the height. Man, this is a great fight.
I'm gonna have to go with Gary.
Garrett.
Yep, Garrett.
I'm about to make the Empire Academy guys really, really, really mad. And I apologize for this. I'm going to have to pick Alex Martel in this one. I think Alex is so much taller and so much longer. Garrett's going to have a hard time getting through. I think Alex is going to win the first 2 rounds, and Garrett's going to come back and win the 3rd round. I really think he's going to wear Martel down, but I don't think he has enough time to, he's going to have to. I'm telling you, Martel's very good in the range, and it's going to be very difficult to get in on him in the first minute and a half, 2 minutes of the first round. And I think Hughes going to lose the first round, and then I think he's going to start to figure him out a little bit. And then I think in the 3rd round, Martel's going to tire a little bit and fatigue. But I could be wrong. If Alex steals the 2nd round, if Gary Hughes steals the 2nd round, I think Empire is going to win it, and if Alex does what I think and wins the first 2, I think that he's going to come out with the victory.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
I like your thoughts on that fight.
Yeah, dude, Alex is so long, man. He's scary long. I've sparred with him a bunch of times, dude. He's hard to hit. He's got that style that doesn't stop. Like it takes a couple rounds to figure him out. Like not to figure him out, just to get in and hit him. And then he's tough too. He's got a good chin.
Wait, does he got like that karate stance?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
pops in and out. Yeah, dude. He's. I like him a lot, man. He's a pretty okay kid too. We'll find out how good he is.
Yep.
In this fight, because this
That's
to
gonna be a
me,
good
this
test
the
for
winner
both
of this
guys.
fight to me should get the next title shot at 170 pounds kickboxing. I truly believe it. I think these are two of the best guys in the 170 pound division in K4. No doubt. Next, we have, this is a late addition to the card as well. I didn't know too much about either one of these guys, but I did, either one of these girls, but I already did my research. We have Aubrey Borghese from Taikai versus Emily Dallas of Fifth Round Fitness. Emily fought in K4 before. That was like what I thought was fight of the night on the card. The two girl fights. She was the girl with the blue headgear that I thought her nose was sticking out of headgear a little bit too much. I might have been a little bit rude about it when I when I talked about it. Hopefully that helps you remember that fight. She has such good hand discipline. I was so proud of the way that she fought. The decision could have went either way. That girl from combat performance combat rehab or wherever she's from, the Nate Smith's gym.
Yep. I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm butchering the name. This is late for me. But that fight was amazing. I don't think it get any closer than that. I think with John Frenchie in her corner, she's going to be even better this round. I think she has some of the best hand discipline on the card. She did a really good job protecting herself, landing shots. Aubrey is coming in undefeated in her young career. So these are two undefeated girls fighting. This is the first time she's fought in a non-clinch fight, though. She's a hard worker and she wins by volume striking. She doesn't have a lot of power in her shots, but she hits a lot. Her school, Taikai, is like one of the original MMA schools that there were. Back when I was fighting, they were a big name in MMA in the 90s. So that they've been around forever. Coach has seen everything. So this is an interesting matchup. And I've never seen Aubrey in person. I've seen Emily. So it's very difficult for me to not pick Emily. But I don't know. Like when I see Aubrey, I might have a completely different opinion. But that's where I stand right now. It's tough in these. As we get down the card and we don't know anything about these guys, like it's going to be harder and harder to break the card apart,
Yeah.
What do you think on this one?
I'm gonna say I don't know.
You suck, Ray.
I know.
Yeah, these are hard to pick. So we'll go down the card and we're gonna get into some guys off fights now. We can just talk real quick about them. We got Adam Kasim against Roy Williams. That's gonna be Empire Academy against Tiger Schulman. I think both these guys got fights actually. Yes, they do both have fights.
Is that the gym, the Tiger in New Jersey or whatever?
Yeah, that's Solomon's gym.
Solomon. Okay, yeah.
So that like these guys are going to be ready to go from
Right.
they're training out there. Sorry, he's got some UFC guys on there. He's got some grappling experience, but he has no fights yet.
Okay.
Kasim, we watched him fight in K4. Man, he came out. Remember, he was super tight, and then he lost the second round. It was getting closer, and then he dominated the third round. I thought another Empire guy. It's gonna be it's hard for me to pick against him. I'm gonna have to go with Kasim on this one. I haven't seen Tiger Schulman's guy. If he spars with Solomon, though, man, look out for this guy.
It'd be crazy. Solomon It'd be crazy elements in his corner, right?
Yeah, someone be laying her beatdowns on people.
Yeah.
Then we have Justin. I'm not gonna kill his last name from Empire Academy. It's his debut. He's fighting Hunter Kingsbury from Fifth Round Fitness. Hunter's got a fight. Dustin's from Empire Academy. So you know that Ray's picking Hunter.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to pick Hunter too, just from experience. Sorry, Dustin. Plus, you didn't come on the podcast, so yeah. We got Brandon Wilson making his debut from Buma against Melvin Scott from Performance Combat MMA. This is Brandon's debut fight, but he's a Buma guy, so we'll take a few minutes and talk about him. Buma is the school that Keith Frano owns. So obviously he is fighting without his main corner, Keith. Keith is going to be doing promoter duties. I've watched this guy in the room. I've been in Puma's room quite a bit, getting my guy Butch ready for his upcoming fight in another promotion. So I seen him move around. I don't want to talk about what I've seen because, you know, bro code. Like what you see in sparring, you shouldn't talk about. There's no film on him yet, so I don't want to spoil what stance he is. I don't want to spoil how he moves. But he looks good. He looks good. And the dude he's fighting is a fucking savage. Keith never gives his guys easy fights, and that's continuing on. Melvin Scott just fought January 10th. So he fought 19 days ago, and he's fighting again on Saturday. So there's not a lot of turnaround. Man, this kid throws combinations for days. Third round, he looked the same as the first round. End of the fight, looked exactly the same he did at the start of the fight. The only thing I would pick on this guy about is he throws like some kind of weird like jumping teep or jump forward kick. And every time he does, he gets knocked down. He's got a lot of energy. He throws for the fucking fence. He throws for, sorry, I apologize for so much cussing. He throws for the knock the guy out. And every one of his fights is going to be exciting from here to the end of time, I think. I think this one is going to be a huge, huge fight for the fans. I think they're going to really get into it. And it's only the second kickboxing fight of the card.
Yep. Man, Keith must not like his fighters.
So I think he really just doesn't want to show favoritism. You know what I mean? Like I think it's really big to him that as a owner of K4, he doesn't give his guys easy fights, and like you have to respect that. And he's gonna have probably Reichart in his corner, and he'll probably have Joe Hackett. So I mean, he'll be very well coached. Both those guys are like super experienced guys. Both got fights. Both super tough. Both excellent coaches. You know, I think Josh might even be a better coach than he is fighter. So, like, and Josh, you know how much respect I have for him as a fighter. So, I think that's awesome. I think he's got good coaching. He's just got he's gonna have a hard road in front of him to get his first win. Then we got Anthony Kessler versus Rohan Makepeace from Brojo MMA. I know I don't think Kessler has any fights, or maybe I have not researched this fight yet. This is one of the ones I still have yet to do. I know that Rohan, I did the little research. Rohan has been just fighting junior fights, so he just most recently turned 18. And he's from Brojo, so he's going to be tough as shit.
Oh, man, yeah. Oh, I got to say, Mason Lewis.
Yeah, Mason Lewis, for sure. So, as Empire Academy versus Brojo MMA, keep an eye on that one, too. We'll see. Brojo guys seem to get a little bit tired, though. No offense to you Brojo guys. So, I think no matter what, Kessler wins the third round. That's my prediction for the fight.
I'm going to go with Brojo, guys.
Yeah, you going with Rohan? I'm going to go Kessler. Oh, what do you think about, we didn't pick the Buma Performance Combat MMA fight. So, Brandon Wilson and Melvin Scott.
I'm going to go with Buma guy.
Me too, because he pays the checks. I want to get paid after the fights.
I'll go with
What are we
Puma
betting
guy
on this, by the way? What are we betting?
just because he he got good corner guys. Even though
Yeah.
Keith's not there, he got some good corner guys there. Josh and Joe.
Best Muay Thai coach in anywhere in the area.
Yep.
What are we betting on? So we're naming the fights. We always do this. What are we betting on the fights?
What do you mean?
So like whoever gets the most fights right, they win. What are we betting on the fights?
Oh yeah, we do that. I don't
We
know.
always bet, we bet something good. How about one groin kick?
Oh hell no. Hell no. I'm a 44-year-old man, and my penises work fine.
I know, like you are gonna keep you from knocking up some grandmas.
Listen, I don't want to damage my
All right, we won't bet then. We gotta bet something.
yeah, something else. Yeah, we bet something. We figure it out. I just don't want to lose
Oh.
my manhood.
We'll bet off air. I got something we can bet. All right, next fight. This is the end of the Muay Thai card. So we have Malik Sabar Jr. versus Justin Taylor. WNY against Ground Zero MMA. Justin Taylor fought Jay Wadsworth back in like 2006.
Damn.
Yeah, MMA. I don't think he has any Muay Thai or kickboxing fights. And obviously Malik is a savage. He's been on a tear. He's been fighting in promotions all over.
Yep.
But Justin Taylor's got some serious experience. He's been fighting forever.
I'm gonna go with the younger fighter. I'm gonna go with Malik.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Malik with win by knockout.
I don't know much about Justin Taylor, but he's older, and like I know how it is to be older. So I'm also gonna go Malik. I'm not sure it's gonna be finished, but I'll take Malik as well. I think they're gonna have to watch this one. I think there's gonna be a lot of dirty boxing and like double leg takedowns and stuff. I think us old guys don't like to lose, so I think this one's gonna be a little bit out of control at times. Justin Taylor looks like a savage. Then we got Aaron Buckley versus David Lee. So we got Empire Academy versus Performance Combat. We had Aaron Buckley on the podcast, and he came on with his coach, and we had an excellent podcast together. Ray was not here for that one, of course.
But I did send a message, right?
You did send a message. You talked on a bunch. Buckley's making his Thai debut. This is his fourth fight. He's fast. He scores often. He's got a super mean round kick to the leg. So I know you like that. You can catch out our podcast with him if you're watching now. You just go through the YouTube, go back podcast, and he's on that one. David Lee's coming in undefeated. He's like 6'2". He's super skinny. I believe he's 3-0. We talked about this in the write-up. He does a really good job staying long. In the clinch, he's able to control his opponent and land knees. It seems like he's got a super good chin, but I do have to question his cardio. In the fight that I called that he was in, he looked so fatigued in the third round. I mean, it's got to be very tiring. Being so tall. I mean, he's like 6'2", fighting such a light weight that it's got to be like really draining to make that weight. And Buckley talked about that too.
So the key for him is to win the 2 rounds.
Yeah, win the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, but he win the rounds.
I don't know.
It's going
to be very tough to figure his range out. But I mean, the guy trains Nick Walker, so I mean, he's got a tall guy in his I don't know arsenal, I would say. What do you think? You can predict first on this one.
I'll go with Empire guy.
Empire?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't not go against the guy who came on the podcast, so I'm gonna go. So guys, a quick and easy way to get us to vote for you. is come on the podcast and have your opponent not come on the podcast. Armstrong's Armory, they're one of our main sponsors. So if you come on the podcast and your guy doesn't, we'll pick you for sure. I promise. That's almost how it goes. Unless you're like really terrible or you're from 765, then Ray will pick against you. I'm also going to go with Aaron Buckley, as we said. Next, we got Tyler Hill from Abuma against Jacquees Moon from Apex. Tyler Hill has one fight that we called. Him and his girlfriend fought on the same card. I don't know if you remember that one or not.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so they fought on the same card. Jacquees Moon is 0-1 in MMA. I did not watch his fight yet to prepare for this podcast, so I am a little bit unprepared, but he's 0-1 in MMA, and he lost that on a decision. So I'm going into this one blind. Once again, I'm going to pick the Boomer guy because he pays my bills, and Armstrong's Armory helps out with that.
I'm going to pick the Boomer guy because I got to go buy me a truck on it. Armstrong Armory.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Yeah, so we're just plugging some sponsors too. As long as we're plugging sponsors, you can check out Buffalo Cryo. If you're preparing to get to that fight and you need to cut some weight and get in the sauna, or you need some treatment, some cryo, check out Buffalo Cryo. I know you guys want to get there. You only got a couple days to get in there and get your weight right, get your body right. It's really important. Get it done. We're getting slick with promotions.
Oh,
Next,
yeah.
we got Aiden Dobo versus Peter Plawa. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name, dude. I seriously apologize for butchering everyone's name. I suck at names, and it's not very good for being a commentator, but I'll figure it out. I try and talk to guys before. Dobo's a savage from WNY.
Yes.
But Peter's coming in undefeated. He's 2-0. 2-0 kickboxing. He won in lace up, won in that's serious. He has not fought Muay Thai yet. So this is his first Muay Thai fight, and he's fighting Aiden Dobo.
Dobo is an animal, and I'm gonna go for Dobo right away.
Yeah, Dobo picked apart our man Zam Main, and Zam Main looked so good in his last fight. He looked like dynamite. It was a different weight class. Zam went up to fight him another weight class higher. And man, one weight class matters a lot in this sport for sure.
Yep.
I had Dobo in my gym, dude. That dude is a savage. He reminds me of me. Like, I can't wait to spar him because, like, it'd be like sparring myself. He talks shit. He's wild.
A younger caveman.
Yeah, dude, he's a younger caveman. So every time Aiden Dobo fights, I picking Dobo, man. I love you to death, Dobo. Thank you for coming in, dude. Like, your heart is amazing.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think we'll like each other when we spar, because we both think the other one's an asshole. I can't wait to lace him up with you, dog.
Yeah, Dobo's an animal, man. He's in a whole nother level. He got the experience with the Thai boxing, so I'm gonna pick him.
All right.
I'm gonna pick him by knockout too.
Pick him by knockout?
Yep.
Man, you're picking against an undefeated guy by knockout. So I don't know. No disrespect to Dobo, but I think this is going to be a really good fight. And this fight is going to be the first fight with fisticuffs in it to open the card right now as it stands. This might not be the final card that we have. Sometimes Keith changes the card up. I read it in order from the way that we have it, but Keith is a stickler for making things perfect. So he might change his card around still. He usually doesn't give us the final card. Plus, we still might lose some fights. If people don't make weight or medicals are wrong, and like fighters do a really good job for K4 with it, but sometimes things happen and we don't get the fights. Now we're going to talk about the very first fight on the card. This is a 160-pound submission-only grappling match between James Clark, Empire Academy, and Troy Ferris from Buma. We watched Troy beat my man Ilfrey. Got the takedown on Ilfrey. Ilfrey worked.
And Troy heard one of the cornermen yell something, and he reversed it because he heard that. He's smart.
Yeah, he talked all about it.
He's a smart grappler.
Yeah, very intelligent.
He's got good top pressure. Alfred's a beast, man, and Bangla, yeah, and Troy beat
Yeah.
him.
I don't know too much about James Clark. I know James Clark won a Masters tournament that's over 30, so he's got to be 30 or over. But he won a division. He won. I'm pretty sure he won the unlimited weight class division as well at Masters. He's super experienced grappler. I haven't seen film. I've been looking for film of him. I know he also beat one of my guys, Hayden, at Grappling Industry. So I've seen him wrestle and grapple a little bit, but I know there's not film on him, so I don't want to talk about his grappling style all that much. But I think he's pretty good, and I think it's going to be an interesting match. If you're a fan of grappling, I think you'll like this one. This one might be a little bit slower than the Ilfrey match, though.
Who you got, K man? I'm going to go with Troy because I
I'm
know
going to
he's
draw. I think this one's going to end up in a draw. I think Troy's going to get the takedown, and I think there's going to be a lot of exchanges. I think Troy might even get his back in this one, and I think it's going to end up being a draw. I think it's going to come down to the wire. I think if there was scoring, I'd probably favor Troy. But it's either submission or a draw. So there's no scoring. If there was scoring, I would favor Troy, I think, by quite a bit. But I think with no scoring, I think it's going to be a draw. I actually thought him and Ilfrey might be a draw as well because Troy's hard to submit, and Ilfrey's so good at submitting. I honestly thought that Ilfrey was going to have Troy in submission after submission after submission after submission for the entire round, and obviously it didn't work out that way. So I'm very, very, very impressed by Troy's grappling, just from the way that he submitted Ilfrey.
he's a smart grappler for sure.
Yeah. He's very skilled, very intellectual, very strong, such a good wrestler. Wrestled for Brockport, high level wrestler. Jiu-jitsu's off the chain. Like those guys at Buma, their jiu-jitsu is so good for competition level. They have so many people competing all over the world, so many high level competitions. That's probably the place to be right now if you're
For jiu-jitsu? I mean, because they got you got Keith, a black belt, and you got Josh.
Yeah, you got Don Donahue over there. You got Josh Ketchery. You got Larry Bacchus. You got a bunch of new black belts over there. Man, that's a place to be. There's a lot of great jiu-jitsu happening over there. They have open mats in the morning with great jiu-jitsu people, just like they do for sparring. Like, Buma's the place to be at, man. Like, they got a lot of good stuff there. But if you're not near Buma and you like to go to a gym, you can always check out Integrity Martial Arts, my gym. I promise you're going to get a lot of one-on-one attention. We're a small gym, so I have a lot of time to work with everybody. Everyone that trains with me, like, they'll tell you, like, I'm one of the better coaches around. I take my time, make sure everyone gets what they need, and we're a great place.
Caveman is one of the best coaches in the area, with a lot of knowledge in jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. Great gym.
I even made Ray not fat once. Just once. I can only do it once. All right, so that's our breakdown for the K4 card. We'll probably do a live from there, maybe depending on how the internet is. We'll see what we can do. And I think that's going to be our show for tonight. You got anything else to add, Ray?
No, that's it.
All right. I would like to thank all of our sponsors. We can go down the sponsor sheet real quick. Thank you to Smoking Butcher Coffee, Fight Family, Armstrong's Arm Running, and Buffalo Crowd for the fights. Thank you to Integrity Martial Arts for sponsoring the podcast and the write-ups. Like always, follow Caveman's Corner on all forms of social media to keep up with all things K4. That was a pretty good ad read.
Yeah, they're pretty good there. I couldn't do that.
It's almost like I do that for sort of a living.
Yeah.
I might be better at ad reads than Ben. That's all I got to say.
Oh.
I'm just kidding, Ben. Don't beat me up. Yo, Ben thinks you're mad at him
Why?
because you left him on read like an asshole.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ben. I'm not mad at you, Ben. Why would I be mad at you?
All right,
I
I'm
love
gonna tell
you.
him to watch the last minute of this podcast. So
I love you, Ben.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you.
don't leave people on read, Ray. It's rude.
Oh, okay.
You know you do that
I
shit
was
to me all the time too.
I was busy at work all day today. I had a long day.
You do that to me all the time too. I'm like, hey, you got up for the podcast? You read it, and then you don't show up for the podcast.
Oh man, I'm a
just
sick guy.
I'm just taking this opportunity to stick it to you because
I know.
you know Ben's like this Ray. You make people feel bad about themselves because they don't know you. But then I always tell him,
Ben,
yo,
I
Ray's
love
such a
you,
good
Ben.
guy. He loves everybody.
Yeah,
Trust me.
Ben, I love you, Ben.
If Ray didn't like you, you would know Ray didn't like you because he would be like, I fucking don't like you. Ray don't
I
hold
love
back
you,
nothing.
Ben. Don't feel no type of way, Ben. I love you.
Yeah. Well, that's what people get when you don't answer them back, man. Like you're like. So I learned this the hard way myself too, and I didn't realize that like when you leave people on read, it's bad, but it's bad. I don't know if you do that or not.
I'm sorry, Ben. I learned my lesson there. I'm gonna respond to you next time. I'm sorry.
You know, like you and Ben always hang out. Like that's no big deal. I know you're in the grandma dating pool, and it doesn't really bother you because grandmas are the same. But if you get back into the dating pool with younger women, they're gonna be very irate if you leave them on read. So if you start, trying to date these girls you're trying to get on the podcast, and you need to make sure that you write them back on that.
That's true, K man. That's true because I noticed that I messaged some girls, they mention back, and then I don't respond for a minute, and they get pissed off.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know, dude. I'm trying to be a good friend.
Yeah.
I
hear you.
like good friends always address problems with each other when they have them. So I just want to make sure that you know that is a problem, and like you choose to be you. Like I'll never judge you, and however you are, like we've been this way since the time we met each other. We're just really good friends, and like we'll talk, and then we won't talk for a month, and then we'll talk again. We'll be the same good friends. Like we're special kind of people. Like not everyone's like that.
Yeah, like my homeboy in the streets, I work, I'll come home, work, come home, work, come home, work, come home. And then like my friend could call me for anything. Like if he had trouble with anybody, I'll come in there and he knows, and I'm a very loyal guy.
That's how we ride too. Oh, also one last thing before we get out of here. I need you to come back in and take on your brother or your cousin Adam again.
Okay. He's gonna beat my ass.
Beating everybody up, dude. I need someone big to like take it to him.
He's gonna whoop my ass for no problem. My little cousin gonna beat me up.
Yeah. He's getting
better and better, right, K-Man?
Yeah. Look out for Adam. He's coming. He's coming for
He's coming from the Buffalo Classic again.
Yeah. Hopefully he does Redonia. All right. We're out of here, guys. Have a great night and take it easy.